family members are not putting an attack on you. They're not putting a spiritual attack on you. And it's Sunday, so excuse me. I'm looking kind of crazy, but it's okay, all right? I'm just here to pass this message along. Because there are a lot of people out there talking, they're delivering messages, but they don't understand spiritual things, especially a lot of religious people. Let me tell you something. Religious people can only understand the Bible. You can only understand what you've been told. Spirit is not speaking to you on that level, okay? I'm just telling you, there are levels to spirituality. There are levels to heaven. I've told y'all this before. There are levels on earth. There are levels to people. This is just how it goes. So you cannot listen to a person who is still in religion tell you anything when it comes to the spiritual realm, because they are 9 times out of 10 afraid of that realm, so they don't even understand what they're talking about, okay? That's like people who read tarot, and y'all know me because I started off reading tarot, so I know what I'm talking about. So this is like, people who automatically see the devil card and automatically think that there's witchcraft or there's a spell. It's not always the case. The devil card can mean 20,000 different things depending on the context and how the cards are laid together. And we all know this. Spiritual people know this. But people who just automatically see the devil card, they automatically say, oh, this person's doing witchcraft on you. It's not the truth. Let me tell you what's going on, okay? Your family members, 9 times out of 10, have a negative entity attachment. Most people in the world have negative entity attachments. I'm telling you what I know. This is the reason why when Christ came here, he was removing the negative forces, because he knew that these people are not operating from their greater self because they have these attachments. Are we clear? Are we clear? I'm just saying, okay? So your family members have habits, and they have opened themselves up to be a portal for negative entities. Most people do it. You probably have them on you too. And if you're not aware of how they're impacting your life, and you're sitting up there screaming and shouting and thinking you're going to get them off of you, they ain't going nowhere, because all they're going to come is in the form of a cheeseburger and get you. Okay? So let me just tell you. All right? Everybody who is not in alignment spiritually, meaning if you don't have the discipline, if you are out of alignment spiritually, then there are ways for these forces to impact you and possess you. Do you drink alcohol? Do you smoke? Do you drink caffeine, any drugs, any habits, anything? This is the reason why on the spiritual alignment path, Spirit is always guiding you to discipline yourself, to fast, to do things so that you can get into alignment, so that the negative entities don't have a way to impact you in your life. Okay? So what these people are picking up on is the fact that the people that are in your life have negative entity attachments. We all do. Most people. And I'm saying we because we're a collective, but your cousin Ken, baby, I'm pretty pure. Okay? I'm pretty pure. I'm just saying, I've been working. Y'all know I've been working. But I'm just saying. Now, when they are able to get messages from the spiritual realm, from whatever guides they're connected to, or whatever it is that they think they're hearing from, they think they're hearing from the creator, source, or force. We're not getting into it. We're not getting into it. Because if their lifestyle isn't pure and they're not in alignment spiritually, they're not getting up that high. I'm just telling you how it goes. Okay, so they may have guidance in the spiritual realm, but if they don't have their energy right, then the guidance they get could be from a negative entity. Let me tell you how powerful these forces are. You got to put some respect on the negative forces because they have their purpose. Okay, so when they tell you that, oh, your auntie or your mama or your sisters or whatever, they're putting something on you and all that type of stuff, that's not what's happening. They have a negative entity attachment or several negative entity attachments. This could be from the people that they're sleeping with. I mean, there's many different ways they can have these attachments, okay? And when a person has a negative entity attachment, that means that that force in the spiritual realm now has a host and a body and a way to do things in the physical realm. This is the reason why Christ was saying, look, I'm looking through the person. I know you did this, you said that, but it ain't even about you. He said, whatever they call Satan, get behind me. When he was talking directly to a person, but he knew that it wasn't the person that was talking, it was what was inside of the person that was talking. We're talking spirituality here. And we're not going to talk about these forces like they're bad and they're negative and they're evil. They have a reason for being, or they would not be. Okay? So don't run to fear and say, oh yeah, they're possessed. They got to stay away from me. Yeah, they probably should stay out of your life. Yeah. Because those entities have the ability to speak to them and suggest things to them, and they will listen. Because they're not strong enough and they don't know what they want or who they are, which is most people in the world, okay? The world, Greg. This is why the spells work. And people think, oh, spell work doesn't work on me because I don't believe it. You're under a spell right now if you're saying that. I promise you, I can almost guarantee that there are forces that can convince you to do things and you don't want to do them. So this is why Apostle Paul said, is that Apostle Paul who said, the things I want to stop doing, I can't stop doing. The things I'm doing, I can't stop doing why I do? I just told you why you do. I just told you why. Because you have some interference going on. And if you don't clean up your act, you're going to keep the interference going on. Okay? All right. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. See, physical bodies and physical minds can understand spiritual things. And the reason why these negative entities exist and what they do is help us to become better. Because what did I just tell you? Once you clean up your act and clean up your energy, then the energy is removed. But if you keep doing the same things you've been doing, then the energy is not removed and it's going to live with you, and you're going to think that, oh, this is regular. This is how I should be, but it's not how you should be. You just don't know no better. So you're not going to know who you are. You're not going to know what you came here to do. And you're going to just exist in this realm of reality. And as long as you can be satisfied, you can eat every day. You got clothes, you got food, you got a house and a car, and you got all these things that you call a blessing. You ain't worried about it. You might have some thought about what's my purpose? What did I come here to do? Slight thought. But if you're making money, you ain't worried about it. You're going to believe that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. And this is why it says that there's a broad road to destruction and many people going to go down that path. So don't try to save nobody because most people going to go down the path. That's why we're told to just dust it off your shoulder, because most people are not going to change. They don't want to change. They want to keep doing what they're doing. Your family members, if they don't want to change, they want to keep doing what they're doing, they're going to keep doing that. But don't be surprised when they betray you, lie on you, hurt you, do the same thing that they did to Christ to you, because of what's in them. That's why we're guided to pray for them, because they don't know what they're doing. They believe that it's right. We all believe that what we're doing is right until we get into alignment spiritually and we find out that maybe there's a better way to do this. Maybe there's a better way to think about this. But Spirit has to give you the revelation. Spirit has to give you the ears to hear and the eyes to see, or you're not going to know. Those of you that are on a spiritual path, you know I know what I'm talking about, because as you grow and evolve, the things you thought were so true, you will find out, dang, I thought that was the truth. I thought this was that. And you're going to find out, no, it's not what you thought it was. But Spirit's going to tell you the truth. And then you have a decision to make. Am I going to side with the truth, or am I going to keep doing what I'm doing? We're only here making observations and making adjustments. That's it. And your family, they don't love themselves. And that's the danger. That's the danger. And if they don't love themselves, they can never love